Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, how are you today? I hope everything is in good condition and keep healthy. Okay, first of all, please allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Risma Trisnanti. I'm from class A Agribusiness Study Program, Faculty of Agriculture in the Tanjung Moraes University. In this video, I will explain about the first, important to learn English, the second, the importance of mastering TOEFL, and the last, I will explain about verb. So, we get started. Check it out. English is the language most widely spoken in the world. Learning English is very important, especially for education and the future. This is because English is one of international language spoken by many countries. In some of countries, English is a second language for the people because English is a serves as the language of international communication. Indonesia is one of the countries that is now making English for a second language, although not all Indonesian people do it. In addition to education, through English, we can also introduce the diversity of cultures and language of this nation to those who of course want to know about the Indonesian nation. There is some advantage if we are fluent in English. There are the first, great opportunity to get a job. In this era, finding a suitable job is not easy, but if we can speak two languages, it could be a great opportunity for us to get a job. The second, ready for take a run or tour. For those of you who have a hobby of traveling, it would be very good to learn English first. Why is that? That is because, as we know, almost all parts of the world master English to encourage. If you have the intention to travel abroad, by mastering English, you will easily for socialize with the local society. The third, continue to higher education. Well, for those of you who want to continue their education to a higher level abroad, it is very important to learn English. Speaking English here is one of the most important things because, of course, you don't want to be alone when in another country, or you definitely need a friend. Okay, we are continue to the second discussion, that is the importance of mastering TOEFL. TOEFL is an English proficiency test. TOEFL stands for Test of English as a Foreign Language. TOEFL is an English test for study or work abroad requirement, especially in countries that use English as their language of instruction. This TOEFL is only one of a variety of English tests which are the benchmark or value for our ability in English. So, learning TOEFL is very important for us. TOEFL also is a general requirement when we want to apply for scholarship abroad of work requirement in many companies. The institution that administers this test is Educational Testing Service or ETS that is centered on America. They provide three test format in TOEFL, that is computer basic test or PBT, paper basic test or PBT, and internet basic test or EBT. There is several benefits of TOEFL. There are the first, a bridge to study in a land of people. This TOEFL test can be a place for those of you who want to experience school or work in a country that is far different from Indonesia. The experience you get even if you only live in another country for a few years will be very memorable for your life. A learning system and the different way of interacting will train you to be able to adapt the positive side of the system abroad and apply it in your life. The second, opportunity to around the world. No one can know your chance of being abroad for any business. Good TOEFL will be a plus point for us, and many more benefit from the test TOEFL. Okay, we are continue for the last discussion, that is verb is word that describe the action, condition, or experience of something. In Indonesian, verbs are often called verb because they show the activity of the subject in a sentence. Verb is most important part and always appears in every sentence. In English, verb is also a little unique. If you think that a verb has to be an action, you are wrong. In English, verb can describe a condition. Example, she plays in the backyard with the sister. That is action. And he feels empathy. That is condition. In English, we recognize grammar which can be identified by different in time zones, starting from present, past, and future. Due to this time difference, the verb also changes for each condition. Each verb usually has three forms, that is, verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3. The bigger the number, the past form of the verb itself. Not only verb 1 until 3, there is also verbs that are used to describe an action that is being done right away. The first, verb 1 or present. The first form of the verb is called verb 1 or present. This verb is an infinitive verb that is commonly used in the simple present tense. This verb always ends with the suffix s, es, and ies for the third person singular subject he, she, and it. The second, verb 2 or past. The second form of the verb is called verb 2 or past. This verb is usually used in simple past tense sentence. When do you use the second verb? When an action or action taken in past or past. This is indicated by the time information such as last night, yesterday, 3 years ago, and so on. Usually, the second verb is appended with d or ed from the first verb, but it can change the form with a different letter. Therefore, the second verb can be said to be two words that just add d or ed are known as regular verb. Meanwhile, changing the letter in a verb is called an irregular verb. The third, verb 3 or past participle. Actually, the second and the third verb are similar. In fact, many verbs have the exact same word in both forms. The third form of the verb is used for the perfect tense and passive voice. Similar to verb 2, verb 3 is also divided into two, that is, regular verb and irregular verb. The fourth, verb in the use of verb that end in ing, the grammar used is the continuous tense or that is currently in progress. In usage, this verb form is preceded by the auxiliary verb and be is, are, was, and were. In English, verb is divided into three types. That is action verb, modal verb, and auxiliary verb. Action verb is verb that express an action or position. Modal verb is words that are used before action or auxiliary verb to clarify or provide additional information about a possibility or an adverb of time. Auxiliary verb is used to connect a subject with a noun or adjective that describe that subject. Maybe that's all I can explain. More or less, I apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you guys. Happy watching.